Hello everyone, welcome to Full Moon Movies. From the moment Blowout begins, you sense that Brian De Palma is constructing something more than a thriller. He's orchestrating a meditation on sound, perception, guilt, and cinematic illusion. In this new Criterion 4K release, the film's signature visual precision, audio design, and psychological layering are sharper than ever, inviting a fresh experience of a film long considered a masterpiece of paranoid cinema. The movie starts with Jack Terry, played by John Travolta, is a film sound technician hired to record ambience and effects for a B-movie horror. One night, while synchronizing audio on a bridge, he witnesses a car crash and rescues Sally Bedina, played by Nancy Allen, from the wreck. At first, it seems like a tragic accident, but when Jack plays back his recordings, he hears a gunshot just before the tire blow out, a hidden assassination. Now, as he tries to piece together what happened, he uncovers layers of political conspiracy, manipulation, and personal obsession. What powers Blowout is how De Palma turns Jack's obsession into ours. Travolta gives a quieter, haunted performance. A man whose years become instruments of both discovery and guilt. On the other hand, Nancy Allen as Sally evolves from vulnerable survivor to complex ally, both trusting and enigmatic. Their chemistry allows the film to balance spectacle with emotional weight. Meanwhile, John Lithgow as Brooke, the political fixer, radiates calm menace. Now his restraint makes him more terrifying than any overt villain. Now these three characters represent conflicting forces that seeks the truth, but the innocent are caught in the conspiracy and the manipulator is behind the scenes. Now stylistically, Blowout is a feast. De Palma blends techniques like split diopters, split screens, tracking shots, reflections that actually fracture perspective and visualize paranoia. Vilmos Zsigmond's cinematography bathes the film in warm tones, accentuating skin textures, city lights, midnight blues, and the eerie glow of nighttime Philadelphia. Now every frame is composed. Now critics' high definition digest praises close-up details, natural flash tones, and depth restored in the Criterion edition. The new 4K transfer brings out the grain, the contrast, and the subtle color shifts in brighter neon signage versus dark shadows, and reveals the background detail previously softened. On the audio front, Blowout is arguably De Palma's film about audio. Jax's ears becomes detective tools. The Criterion 4K UHD disc includes the DTS HD Master Audio 2.0 surround, true to the original mono stereotype design. It's not heavy for modern sound mixing. Now the track clarity is exceptional. You can hear the hiss of the wind, microphone movement, distant ambient sounds, and layered replays without distortion. It's immersive in its restraint. Now it never oversaturates with effects, but rather lets sound serve the tension. As far as narrative pacing is concerned, it's stealthy. Blowout doesn't race. Instead, it methodically unspools, which is building from suspense to paranoia to tragedy. De Palma allows space, for example, Jack replaying the tapes, Sally's fragile trust, the creeping dread of conspiracy. Now that patience pays off in the climax, which remains devastating in how it collapses all the film's tension into a final moral blow. One of the strengths of this Criterion edition is how it frames the film's technical and thematic DNA. The 4K disc itself holds only the feature, there's no extras as is common in this edition, but the Blu-ray disc houses the bonus content, which has the interview with De Palma by Noah Baumbach, interview with Nancy Allen, a short film Murder a la Mort, 1967, and a featurette with cinematographer Garrett Brown on Steadicam techniques used in Blowout. Now the Blu-ray in this set is identical to Criterion's older release, using a 2K restorations but not upgraded to the new 4K grade. Now this means these supplements are accessible without altering the original mix. Now the packaging of the set is tasteful and purposeful, clean, minimalist. Cover art evokes a film split between visibility and concealment. A face partially in shadows, a microphone, city lights reflected on a glass. Now open it and the interior panel reveals behind the scenes stills sound wave diagrams, and key scripts annotations. The disc trays are snug, aesthetically pleasing, but collectors might note that the Blu-ray hub is quite tight. Frequent removal could risk mild scuffs if handled without care. Now, critics have long regarded Blowout as one of the De Palma's crowning achievements. Roger Ebert praises its cinematic intelligence, where viewers actively piece the puzzle. Rotten Tomatoes remains strong at approximately 89% for its blend of Hitchcockian suspense, stylish techniques, and political unease. And while the film was not a box office success, grossing approximately 13.8 million against an 18 million budget, it has since achieved cult and critical reappraisal. Some contemporary reviews still note how bleak the ending is, how uncompromising De Palma's cynicism still remains. In conclusion, this Criterion 4K edition of Blowout offers both a fresh technical window into a classic and reaffirmation of its enduring power. The sharper visual, pristine sound, and elegant packaging let the film breathe. But the real strength remains in the anguish of Jax's obsession, the tragedy of Sally, and the De Palma's command over suspense. It reminds us that cinema's greatest weapon is not spectacle, but the way it blends perception, puts us inside the act of looking and listening, and forces us to reckon with what we hear. Blowout in 4K doesn't just let you see better, but it makes us listen harder. Now, this movie is a must-watch.